double legendary drops and elder logs from every normal tree. Am I lying? Making things up? Miscalculating? That's for you to decide, because I've included everything in this video. You've all been sending me your questions, and many of them have a common theme. Just how high can your item drop rate go? Is there truly a cap of 100%? What happens when buddies have item drop rate up too? What's the best way to craft an item drop rate up set of armor anyways? Today, we'll be addressing all of your burning questions about item drops, how to get them, and what truly affects what you get. To get one question out of the way, during online multiplayer, the player who gets the kill on an enemy or gatherable is the one whose item drop rate is calculated for the drops. Item drop rate up is not added between players. But we already know this from how XP up works the same way in our last video. XP up isn't shared in multiplayer, but when playing solo, it actually does stack between NPC buddies. Time to make some gear and do some testing to save us all time on our future item grinds. I had a few item drop rate up items from our crafting on stream, but nothing consistent or perfect in both slots. I spent a lot of time remaking existing items with the Trip Applique added on, rolling for the double 5% item drop rate, which is the maximum the average piece of armor could get. But let's back up for a moment. You can't get item drop rate up on normal pieces of armor, unless you use the Trip Applique. By a wild coincidence, you can only access the Trip Applique when you have Master rank in all crafting lives, which means you do need to get to the end of the story in order to craft a full set of item drop rate up armor. Sounds fair enough, honestly. But the time investment? You're not ready to hear about that. Capes can actually roll 10% item drop rate up, but it's pretty rare. We still have to go for it, because 10 is double 5, so hang in there and keep gambling for both 10% item drop rate ups on both slots, and then do it 3 more times for your NPC companions. I tried to get the obvious stuff out of the way first. Alchemist is known for being able to roll item drop rate up without Trip Applique on its accessories, so I got to work trying for double 10% item drop rate up accessories. As expected, it was quite easy to make them, even if it took a few remakes. Whether it was the item drop rate up specs or the rings in the other accessory slot, neither alchemist creation caused me much trouble, even though I had to make 4 of each. But there's an extra equip that can roll 2 10% item drop rate slots. Shields. Never used them. Woodcutters can't hold a shield, but your 3 buddies cheering you on sure can. I crafted 3 shields with double drop rate up pretty easily. It was at this point that I'd refined over a dozen item drop rate up equipments with a full set of shields. We had the full set of specs, rings, and shields, as well as some capes crafted. So naturally, it was at this point that I'd begun to wonder if it was truly worth it. Would it even work as well as I hoped it would? I've been told while streaming that item drop rate up caps at 100%. But when it comes to random chance, I just gotta see it on my game to believe it. You guys keep asking me to make a video on item drop rate up, so we gotta get to the bottom of it. I had no item drop rate up boots crafted yet. I hadn't even gotten the chance to try. But I had the shields, the rings, and the glasses in a perfect set, so I swapped some equipment around to find out the truth. There it was. 105% item drop rate, stacked onto Olivia and displayed within the game. This was directly contrasting the rumor I'd been given on stream, where some people claimed that going above 100% item drop rate on your armor would result in the game still displaying it as 100% when checking your skills. This is clearly not true. I'm not sure where the rumor came from, but I needed to debunk it in this video because we talked about it on stream a few different times. This means the ideal situation is stacking max item drop rate on all NPC buddies, because EXP up clearly stacks when you put XP glasses on everyone. So item drop rates gotta be the same way. I had to keep going. Shoes, shirts, pants, hats, and gloves were completely untouched so far, and I had already felt like I put in a ton of work into this. We were left with a minimum of 5 fresh pieces to craft for all 4 members. We needed at least 20 pieces of equipment and 2 perfect rolls on each of them. So I decided to make 4 cozy boots, because they're cute, and I just unlocked the recipe. Only 1 pair of boots rolled a single item drop rate upscale. After a bunch of remakes, I only managed to get 2 perfect boots, so I gave up and tried making some artificer's boots for a change of pace. First try, they had 1 item drop rate up. 1 remake later, they were perfect. So I went to try the black magic shoes, because I like how those look too. 1 Trip Applique later, and they had double item drop rate. Amazed! I tried another. Double item drop rate, twice in a row. This had never happened to me before. I don't know how to explain it, so I went to try the hat too. The first one was a total dud, but the second one? Double item drop rate. No remakes required. Getting 3 of these so close together is crazy. I don't know what's up with these recipes, but this set does have a peculiar quality. I obtained it from the mysterious slates. Perhaps these endgame armor sets hold a secret, like bonus affinity towards applique you use. 2 hats later, I had my next remake targets. I highly recommend crafting shadow armor if you're going after applique bonuses. I'm really just shooting in the dark here, but at least try to make rank 5 armor or remake it when going for skills. I thought it would be funny to get item drop rate up on the Carroty suit, and I just couldn't make it happen. I kept rolling critical evasion, I don't know why. It was time for a tally after all of that chaos. Olivia had a nearly maxed out set of item drop rate up equipment, totaling 125%. Just a little more to go. Lara had perfect accessories, shield, shoes, and hat, with the rest of it totaling 95% altogether. She needed some remaking. We were still behind on capes, gloves, and pants. The black magic dress occupies 2 slots, so we moved on to remaking Arcanite equipment, which has a separate cuirass and pants. But the good news was that shoes were complete, thanks to the double black magic boots and artificer shoes. It was in this moment that I realized, after over 1,000 slates, I still haven't pulled the black magic glove recipe. So I remade the Arcanite gloves twice and got item drop rate each time for a swift perfect. I made 2 cozy brigandine to try and see if they were cursed. One came out with item drop rate, and it got the second after 2 remakes. The cozy set is clearly fine, but I'm still wowed by what happened with black magic. My set was officially complete at this point, with 110% total item drop rate up. But we had 3 NPCs to complete for maximum potential. I ended up crafting 3 Dark Beast scarves total, and they were all super easy to roll plus 10% item drop rate on. I'd highly recommend crafting them because they provide high defense and some of the highest Tailor experience available in the game right now. Try. These shadow recipes feel like lucky tickets to me. I am certain that spending the Redux zones to remake higher rank armor is better than doing it on 1-star sets, and potentially 5-star armor is better than 4-star armor when rolling for skills. Remaking the Mariner's Vest worked on the first try. Even if the Shadows recipes aren't special, rank 5 armor overall most certainly is. With those remakes, Olivia had plus 130% item drop rate. Combined with mine, that's plus 240% item drop rate. Both of us had a perfect set of equipment at this point, so use this as a starting point for understanding where your build could be. You don't have to fill your entire set with item drop rate up if you don't want to. I'm just giving this video as a thorough template for what you could be doing. Lara was at 110%, while Hilda lagged behind at 60%. It turns out I forgot to make her a ring, so I remade the Hagram strap to see what could happen. Double item drop rate on the first try. Curious. Only one of them was 10% though, so I tried again and got another 10% with an HP roll as the other. I bought the Hagram and Skelegon talismans to try and find a remake secret for a video, but I don't think they have one, outside of maybe having zero-based skill tendencies so they're good to roll with applique. I don't know. When I kept remaking the Artist Master Beret for item drop rate just to see what would happen, it rolled an elemental resistance skill every time. Then I remade the Mariner's Pants a bunch of times because I couldn't get item drop rate to drop at all, and I got an elemental resistance roll every single time. Considering each life armor set has its own specific elemental resistance stacked, I wonder if easily rolling more elemental resistance skills is a hidden feature of these sets. I eventually rolled a set of double drop rate on the Mariner's Pants after a lengthy drought of nothing but resistance skills. In fact, most of my top quality stylish clothing had come out with double resistance skills now that I checked them. Keep this in mind if you need a set, because they might be good at getting those skills. On that note, does anyone know if there's a good equipment for rolling HP? I managed to see plus 50 HP in one slot for the first time today, which got me curious about a full HP sponge build. With Lara and Olivia at a full set of plus 130% item drop rate up, it was only Hilda left at 110%. It took way too many remakes on the Divine Gauntlets to finish them up, but when that was done, all 4 sets were complete. Here's what I learned about building sets. This game has terrible UI for the amount of items in it. Once you make enough, it's easy to lose track of which pieces of gear have what skills. I did a lot of experimenting crafting different gear, but I only have one definite conclusion. Higher rank gear is preferable when rolling for applique skills. I could never get them to appear on lower rank gear of 3 and below. 4-star equipment is the lowest I would ever suggest attempting this item drop rate up build on. The item drop rate skills come easiest for me on accessories and glasses. If you don't want to commit to the full build, start with those, then expand to capes, which also felt easy. If you play Paladin, shields might be in that same set because they also can get plus 10% item drop rate up. Try to go for those 4 items first. A full Paladin set of drop rate up gear is 9 pieces per character. At 4 characters, that's 36 pieces of gear you need to remake for drop rate up. You're not going to get it on the first try most of the time, and you need to roll it twice. You get to keep the first drop rate up forever once you roll it, thanks to the mechanics of remaking. But that second one will still take a while to come sometimes, and you need to do that 36 times. You gotta be ready for the time and in-game resources crafting this set requires. It's not an undoable feat. I did it in one very, very, very long night, but I don't want this video to seem like some sort of scam that tricks you into crafting this set of gear before you realize what you're getting into. It's not easy, and it's gonna demoralize you. The short of it is that forcing skills to appear through applique is way harder than rolling for a piece of gear's natural affinity, like the hero gear with attack up. But now, all of our gear is filled with drop rate up. 500%. Tropica Isles has 26 sugar trees in the front of the town. So let's try and see how many of them give us elder logs. There are 2 great sugar trees, so we'll be ignoring those for a total of 24 sugar trees to chop down. It's always tough to get those elder logs for the life missions, isn't it? Right off the bat, the first tree gives us an elder sugar log. And on my 3rd try, I get 2 elder logs from a normal tree, something I didn't even know was possible until now. And then it happened again. I started with 17 sugar logs and 15 elder sugar logs. After all of that, I had 80 sugar logs and 45 elder sugar logs. So we got 30 elder sugar logs total, which is more than 1 elder log per normal tree. I used to seriously struggle to get elder logs from the great trees even. Now, let's try all of that again with no NPCs in the party for a full comparison. After doing the entire beach again without my NPCs, I was at 51 Elder Sugar Logs. That's only 6 more from where we started off. We get 5 times more Elder Sugar Logs when using our NPC party. The party gives a total of plus 390% more item drop rate up. So it clearly works. We even got on the luckier side, it seems. And it doesn't just work a little bit either. I'd argue it's impossible to play the game with any other configuration now. There's another rare drop in Tropical Isles that I've been wanting for a while. So you know what? Let's see how easily we can make it drop. A little over 20 Tortortoises later, I got the saddle in all its glory. I've been trying for this throughout the entire game, and here I have it as effortlessly as an uncommon drop. I hope this video helps you figure out how to approach crafting your own crew of max item drop rate loadouts. Sorry if this video had a lot of crafting in it, but some people were requesting that I take it slower in my next armor crafting video and really show the full steps. So for everyone out there who wanted to see my full process for making these armor crafting step videos, here it is, and of course feel free to take inspiration and let me know what you've created in the game as well. This is much longer than my usual videos, so if you stuck around until the end, don't forget to subscribe for more Fantasy Life I content and join our level 5 Discord to play with us. With love and peace.